What's up everyone? It's Reese and today we're going to be going over transversal and angles. Now what is a transversal? It is a line that intersects two or more lines at different points. In this example, C is the transversal. Moving on from transversals, now we'll go to angles. Now there are many types of angles, but one type of them is the interior angle. Interior angles, pretty self-explanatory. They are the angles inside of the lines that the transversal cross. The next type of angle will be the exterior angle. So these angles, also pretty self-explanatory, are angles on the outside of the lines that the transversal crosses. An example of this would be, so for interior angles, this would be 1 and 4 and 6 and 5. Exterior, this would be 2 and 3 and 7 and 8. So everything on the outside, and this is everything on the inside. Pretty simple so far. Next up, we have the same side interior angle. So this same side is just an interior angle that's on the same side as the transversal. And these are obviously supplementary if the lines are parallel, because they have to equal 180 degrees, so they're supplementary. So some examples of this would be 3 and 5 right here, because these two have that line. And also 4 and 6, because these two are on the inside and are supplementary. Now same side exterior angle, so instead of interior, it's exterior, would be 2 and 8, 2 and 8, and 1 and 7, 1 and 7. These are all on the outside, and therefore they are also supplementary because they share the same line. Next up, we have the alternate interior angle. This is an interior angle, obviously, on the alternate side of the transversal, and they're always congruent if the lines are parallel. So some examples of this over here would be 3 and 6 and 5 and 4. They are ulterior, they are diagonal from each other on the alternate line, and they are also congruent. The next one would be alternate exterior angles. So exterior, this has the same rule except it's just on the outside. So some examples would be 1 and 8 and 7 and 2. They're on the outside, and these are on the inside. That's the only difference between them. Next, we have the corresponding angles. So the corresponding angles are just the same angle that slides down the transversal. So it's the same angle that slides down the transversal. So some examples of this from over here would be 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8. So it's the same, but they're just sliding down. Next up would be the adjacent supplementary angles, which are also called linear pairs. So these are just two angles next to each other, and they make a straight line. So example of this would be 1 and 2, 5 and 6, and 3 and 4. So I have a challenge for you. Pause this video and try to come up with the answers. So this was a pretty easy one. The transversal is this line right here, which is in fact a Z. The alternate angles would be angle 2 and 5, and angle 3 and angle 4. Next, the same side interior angles would be angle 2 and 4, and angle 3 and angle 5. This is a pretty easy one. If you had any problems with this, make sure to go back in the video and take notes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Well, a transversal